Welcome to the channel. We still love speed, we just don't love pain anymore. That's why today we're talking Japanese sport touring, reliability, comfort, and serious performance. We've ranked the top 7 best Japanese sport touring motorcycles for 2026. Stick around, your next bike might be on this list. Kicking things off at number 7 is the Suzuki GSX-S 1000 GT Plus. And honestly, this bike is best described as the legendary K5G SXR that finally grew up. Same soul, just a lot more respect for your back, wrists, and knees. And if that already sounds appealing, go ahead and tap like and subscribe. This channel is built for riders who still love speed, but also love riding tomorrow. At the heart of the GSX-S 1000 GT Plus is Suzuki's famous 2005 GSXR 1000 inline 4 engine, an engine many riders still consider one of the best ever built. The good news? It's not here to punish you. Suzuki retuned it for strong low and mid-range torque, putting out around 150 horsepower. That means smooth power, effortless passing, and no need to scream it at redline just to have fun. It pulls hard, it pulls clean, and it does it without reminding you of your age. Comfort, because pain isn't part of the hobby. This is where the GT Plus really earns its name. You get rubber-mounted handlebars that take the buzz out of long rides, and a sport touring riding position that feels engaging without requiring a chiropractor on standby. Your knees aren't folded up, your wrists aren't begging for mercy, and you can actually enjoy a full day in the saddle. It also comes standard with integrated hard saddlebags, big enough for a full-face helmet, a weekend trip, or whatever just-in-case items seasoned riders know to bring. Tech, useful, not annoying. The Plus model adds a clean TFT display and Suzuki MySpin connectivity for navigation and phone integration. It's not overloaded with gimmicks, no complicated menus, just the tech you actually want, presented in a way that makes sense. And yes, it has cruise control because your right wrist has already put in enough overtime over the years. Estimated price around $14,900 US. For a bike with this engine, this comfort level, and Suzuki's reputation for reliability, that's solid value. If you miss your sport bike days but don't miss the pain that came with them, the Suzuki GSX-S 1000 GT Plus might be exactly what you're looking for. And stick around, because the next bike on this list might surprise you even more. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ride smart. Number 6, Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX. Number 6 is the motorcycle that basically wrote the rulebook for sport touring over the last decade, the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX. This bike didn't just join the category, it defined it. Let's start with the heart of the beast. You get a 1043 cubic centimeters inline 4 engine. And let me tell you, this thing is smoother than your favorite old jazz record. At highway speed, it's so calm you could probably balance a nickel on the tank, though I don't recommend trying that unless you like roadside yoga. Power delivery is strong but civilized. No sudden surprises, no drama. It pulls hard when you want it to and behaves perfectly when you don't. That's exactly what mature riders appreciate. Performance without punishment. Now here's where Kawasaki really shows they know their audience. The seat is thick and supportive, the windscreen is adjustable by hand. Yes, by hand, no tools, no reading glasses required. And cruise control comes standard. Because at this stage of life, your right wrist deserves a break too. You also get a quick shifter, which means clutchless upshifts and downshifts. Less effort, more comfort. And it frees up your left hand for more important things, like waving politely at slow Harley riders as you glide past. Suspension is well-tuned for real roads, not racetracks. It handles beautifully, stays planted in corners, and still absorbs bumps without rattling your spine. This is a bike you can ride all day, not just until lunch. And let's talk value. With an estimated price of around $14,200 US, the Ninja 1000 SX is arguably the best bang for the buck on this entire list. It's fast enough to scare you just a little, because that keeps life interesting, but comfortable enough to calm you right back down. If you're enjoying this list so far, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're a rider who believes motorcycles should be fast, comfortable, and built to last, make sure you subscribe to Rev Ride because we ride smart around here. Now, wait until you see what made the top 5. Number 5, Yamaha Tracer 9GT plus the Yamaha Tracer 9GT Plus. This bike is so smart, it makes me wonder why it can't remind me where I left my glasses. Let's start with the heart of the machine. You get Yamaha's legendary 890 cubic centimeters CP3 inline triple, pushing out around 119 horsepower. It's smooth when you want it to be, aggressive when you twist the throttle, and it sounds fantastic doing it. This engine doesn't just move you forward, it talks to you. It's got personality, not that boring appliance on two wheels feeling. Now, here's where things get interesting. The Tracer 9 GT Plus comes with radar-based adaptive cruise control. Yes, radar, like a luxury car. It sees the vehicle ahead of you and automatically adjusts your speed. It even works together with the braking system. So if your reaction time isn't what it was back in your 30s, no judgment here. We've all earned our experience. This bike is quietly watching your back. Think of it as a riding buddy who never gets tired and never complains. Comfort and touring. Goodness, the GT stands for Grand Touring, and Yamaha means it. Heated grips for those early morning rides. Electronic semi-active suspension that smooths out rough roads like magic. A tall, upright riding position. No wrist pain, no hunching, no chiropractor on speed dial. Excellent wind protection for long highway days. This is a bike designed for riders who still love distance, just not discomfort. If you love modern technology, value safety, enjoy spirited riding, and prefer letting the bike do some of the work in traffic, this one makes a lot of sense. Estimated price, around $17,000 USD, and honestly, for this level of tech and comfort, it's money well spent. And hey, if you're still watching, that tells me you're exactly the kind of rider this channel is made for. Go ahead and hit like, it really helps us out. And hey, if you're still watching, you're clearly one of us. Go ahead and hit like. And if you're not already part of Rev and Ride, subscribe for motorcycle content made for riders who value comfort, character, and bikes that actually make sense. Now let's move on to number 4. Number 4, Honda NT 1100 DCT. These is for the rider who has absolutely nothing left to prove. You've already done the fast bikes. You've already impressed strangers at stoplights. Now you just want to ride comfortably. Meet the Honda NT 1100. Let's talk engine first. This is Honda's proven 1100 cubic centimeters parallel twin, borrowed straight from the Africa Twin, but here it's wearing sensible shoes. It's not a scream machine. This thing is a torque monster. Smooth, relaxed, and perfectly happy, cruising all day without raising your blood pressure or your insurance premium. Now, here's the secret weapon. DCT. Dual clutch transmission. No clutch lever, no shifting, no left-hand gymnastics at stoplights. You just twist the throttle and glide. Honestly, it feels less like riding a motorcycle and more like floating on a magic carpet with headlights. For riders with stiff fingers, sore knees, or hands that remember every winter since 1978, this is the ultimate arthritis hack. Wind protection? Outstanding. The fairing and windscreen block everything, wind, rain, bugs, and probably bad decisions too. It's the closest thing to riding a convertible on two wheels, minus the midlife crisis comments. The seating position is upright, relaxed, and forgiving. You can ride all day, stop for coffee, get back on, and your body won't file a complaint. Estimated price comes in around $15,500 US. And honestly, for what you're getting, Honda reliability, DCT comfort, and touring ease, that's solid value. Is it exciting? Not really. Is it fast? Fast enough to pass trucks without drama. Is it the most comfortable bike on this list? Absolutely. The Honda NT 1100 is the cardigan sweater of motorcycles. Warm, cozy, dependable. And once you own one, you wonder why you ever bothered with anything else. If you're enjoying this list so far, hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you think. And if you ride for comfort, reliability, and long days on the road, subscribe, because the next bikes might surprise you. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3, Suzuki Hayabusa Generation 3. The number 3, the legend, the myth, the bird of prey itself, the Suzuki Hayabusa. Now don't click away just yet. I know exactly what you're thinking. Rev Ride? Are you serious? That's a hypersport bike. Hear me out because this one surprises a lot of people. The Hayabusa is secretly one of the best sport touring motorcycles ever made, especially for riders with experience. On paper, it looks aggressive. In photos, it looks intimidating. But out on the road, the Hayabusa is calm, planted, and incredibly well-mannered, as long as the rider is. This isn't a bike that forces you to ride fast. It simply gives you effortless power when you want it. That 1,340 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine is the real magic here. At highway speeds, around 80 miles per hour, the bike is barely turning 3,000 RPM. The engine is half asleep. There's no vibration, no strain, no drama. Just smooth, quiet power that makes long distances feel easy instead of exhausting. Yes, the riding position leans you slightly forward, but here's the key I'd tell. The Hayabusa is long and heavy. That weight works in your favor. It feels rock solid on the highway, doesn't get pushed around by wind, and tracks straight like a bullet train. Many senior riders install handlebar risers that bring the bars up about 2 inches, and that single change transforms the bike into a genuinely comfortable mile eater. Add a touring seat and a taller-rated windscreen, and suddenly this so-called superbike becomes a long-distance machine that can cross states without beating you up. It's comfort through stability, not softness, and that's something experienced riders truly appreciate. This isn't a bike for showing off or racing stoplights. It's for riders who understand throttle control, value smooth torque, and want power without stress. If you've been riding for decades, the Hayabusa doesn't fight you. It works with you. The estimated price for a Gen 3 Hayabusa is around $19,600 and for the performance, reliability, and comfort potential it offers, that's actually solid value. Owning a Hayabusa at 65 is a power move. It says, yes, I watch my cholesterol, but I can still break the sound barrier if I feel like it. If this bike surprised you, go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And if you're a rider who believes experience beats ego every time, subscribe to Rev Ride. This channel is built for riders who still love the road, just a little wiser than before. Now tell me in the comments, would you tour on a Hayabusa? At number 2, the Kawasaki Versys 1000 SCL2 Plus. Yes, that name is longer than most of our grocery receipts. But stay with me now. Kawasaki calls this an adventure sport, which basically means it looks adventurous, but it behaves like a luxury sport tourer. You get 17-inch sport bike wheels, so it handles like a big, confident road bike, not a clumsy SUV on 2 wheels. But at the same time, you've got long travel suspension, so bad roads, cracks, and potholes feel less like a chiropractor visit and more like, well, driving over marshmallows. And let's talk comfort, because that's why this bike is on this list. The seating position is pure gold. Upright, relaxed, no pressure on your wrists, no yoga poses required. The seat feels like a lazy boy with handlebars, and the legroom is generous enough that your knees won't start negotiating with you after 40 minutes. Now here's where it gets fancy. The Versys 1000 SEELT Plus comes with Kawasaki Electronic Control Suspension, KECS. That means the bike literally reads the road in real time and adjusts the suspension instantly. You hit rough pavement, the bike softens. Smooth highway, it firms up. You don't have to touch a thing, because at this stage in life, we've earned that privilege. Power comes from a 1,043 cubic centimeters inline-4, smooth, quiet, and refined. No drama, no sudden surprises, just effortless passing power. Twist the throttle and it moves, politely, confidently, and without complaining. You also get heated grips, cruise control, quick shifter, traction control, cornicing ABS, hard side cases, the works. This bike is basically saying, relax, relax, I've got this. Now, fair warning, it's tall. If you're short on inseam, you'll notice it at a stoplight. But once you're rolling, it completely disappears, and what you're left with is pure long-distance luxury. Estimated price, around 18,900 US dollars. So if your knees crack when you stand up, if comfort matters more than lap times, and if you want a bike that treats your body with respect, the Versys 1000 SELT Plus might be your perfect match. If this sounds like your kind of motorcycle, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you're enjoying this list, subscribe to RevRide because the next bike might be even better. And finally, number 1, Yamaha FJR 1300 ES, the undefeated champion, the motorcycle that politely reminds every other sport tourer who's still in charge. The Yamaha FJR 1300 ES. Let's start with the heart of this machine. It's powered by a 1,298 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine, putting out around 145 horsepower. This isn't the kind of power that tries to scare you. It's smooth, refined, and effortless. Twist the throttle and the bike just goes so smoothly that you suddenly find yourself thinking, wait, what was the speed limit again? It feels less like an engine and more like a jet turbine with a license plate. Now here's where the FJR really starts to shine. Shaft drive. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Shaft drive. No chain to clean, no chain to lube, no crawling around on the garage floor pretending your knees still work like they did in your 30s. At our age, getting down to scrub a chain isn't maintenance. It's a calculated risk. And getting back up? That's a whole different challenge. Comfort is another area where the FJR absolutely dominates. You get an electronically adjustable windshield, heated grips, cruise control, and electronically adjustable suspension that adapts to your riding style. Whether you're cruising the highway or carving through mountain roads, the bike always feels planted, stable, and confident. And let's talk about that 6.6-gallon fuel tank. This thing has range for days. You can cross 2, maybe 3, state lines before needing to stop. And let's be honest, when you do stop, it's probably not for fuel. The bike is ready to keep going. Your bladder just isn't. What's really impressive is that the FJR hasn't changed much over the years, and that's actually a good thing. Yamaha didn't keep redesigning it because they didn't need to. They got it right. It's fast enough to lose your license, comfortable enough to ride coast to coast, and reliable enough that you could hand it down to your grandkids one day with a note that says, "Don't sell this, respect it." The estimated price sits around 18,600 US dollars, depending on availability going into 2026. Is it cheap? No, but neither is back surgery, and this bike does a great job helping you avoid that. So there you have it. 7 Japanese missiles that respect your need for speed and your need for proper lumbar support. You don't have to buy a slow cruiser just because you've got a little gray in your beard. You just need the right tool for the job. Now let me know in the comments, are you Team Shaft Drive with the FJR or Team Tech with the Tracer 9? Let the debate begin down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button like it owes you money. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to RevRide yet, do it now. We're building the best community of experienced riders on the internet. Ride safe, stretch before you ride, take your vitamins, and I'll see you in the next one.